What is up, everybody? Bopalopagus here at Whitewater Disc Golf Course in Spokane, Washington. Nice 72 degrees out today, a little bit windy. We're going to be playing 18 holes, following a game plan, and seeing what we can shoot out here. Not making any adjustments, just sticking to it, seeing what we can get. Hole 1, playing the short tee, 343 foot par 3, going nuke OS off the tee. Going to try to flex a forehand and just keep it very safe away from the hazard. Come back. Let's go. Not quite the safest shot, but we did skip up back in bounds. Might even have a birdie look. All right, pretty good shot here. Got about 10 feet in with a branch in the way. That's kind of annoying. See if we can just tap this in. Honestly, gonna have to cut to a knee. That's so annoying. Here we go. There we go. Good bird to start. Already ahead of schedule after one. Wanted to be playing this hole for par, so can't ask for much more than that. All right, pretty ideal start. One down through one ahead of schedule. Hole 2, playing the short tee, 437 foot par 4, and we're trying to keep the momentum going, following with the nuke OS. And I don't think that I can push this past the Mando tree, no matter how hard I throw it. So that's the idea here. Just end up right of the Mando tree and have a look for the up and down. Oh, that's so low though. And it didn't even skip out of the bush. We were playing this hole for birdie, but that's obviously a lot tougher now since we didn't execute the tee shot. So I'm gonna try to go with a flex around the Mando with the A3. Gonna have to do a step out forehand here and hope that we can get to a spot where we can get up and down. I just am looking at straight bush right now. Can't even see the Mando tree. All right, well, we should be on the road. Really tough to get any kind of power from there, but we should be able to get up and down. Got to a decent spot here in another bush, but we're not down the hill. So I'm gonna try to pitch up with an A1 and just get this close for an easy tap and par. Oh, it rolled a little bit. I think we got about a 15 footer there. If you're an avid watcher of the channel, you may have noticed my putting woes over the past few weeks, but I've decided that I'm over that, and I've decided that I'm a good putter. So we're gonna go ahead and knock this one down from about 12. Yep, on the pole. I think it's a mindset thing, to be honest. It's not that hard to putt good. Just got to get out of my own head. All right, not quite sticking to the game plan. Wanted to par 1, birdie 2. Ended up birdieing 1 and parring 2, but we are 1 down through 2, which was the goal. And we're on to hole 3, 266 foot par 3, down the hill to the right, going standstill, A1 hyzer, and just trying to get all the way down there so we can take an easy layup, tap in the par. That was just so low. I hit the first bush off the tee. All right, not the easiest up and down from here, but we do have an open look at the basket. So we're just gonna putt this one up with the range and give ourselves a tap in. That should be great if it drops. Got a little bit of a tester, but luckily we're a good putter, so we're gonna make that. Really good line, just a touch high, faded out to about 12 here. Awkward footing, but we're gonna knock this one down, stay on track. In there. Let's go, baby. It's all in the head. All right, not exactly the game plan that we wanted, but we are 1 down through 3, which is what we were aiming for. Playing the long tee on hole 4, long basket rather, 300 foot par 3, going with a standstill tempo up the middle and letting it fight into the basket. Going for the birdie on this one. Unfortunately did miss the Mando, so we're gonna be throwing from the drop zone for 3 and try to go with a turnover with the A3 and just get it close so we can tap in our bogey, move on. That should be good enough. Got a little bit of work here. Tap this one in for the bogey. There we go. Sticking to the game plan, moving onward. All right, even through 4. Ideally we'd be 2 down, but we're not stressing about it. We're just gonna stick to the game plan. Hole 5, 326 foot par 3, going with a leopard flat and letting it turn towards the basket. Oh, it's overturned. I thought that was great out of my hand. Playing this one for par should be an easy up and down from there. We might need to adjust the game plan on this one because I feel like that was exactly how I wanted to throw it, and we ended up overturning it. So we might need to throw a little bit of hyzer or maybe just a touch higher so it has time to flex out, but we'll watch the footage and see what we need to do. Can't see the basket. We're just gonna putt this up flat over the top of these bushes and hopefully have a tap in. I think that's what we want. To be honest, wanted to be a little bit left so I didn't have this downhill putt. If you saw my last video with Aiden, you know why. God. There we go, easy par. All right, we're even through 5. On to hole 6, par 340 feet. Going to the standstill range. We are trying to birdie this one. We're even gonna give it an ace run here on the elevated basket. Usually it stays close. Come on. Parked it. Not the ace run. Didn't get it high enough, but we'll take that. Pretty good shot here. Doesn't get much better than this. Tap this one in for the bird. Almost missed it, but we didn't. That's why you put it close enough so that even when you miss, you don't. All right, playing pretty well so far. One slight pull away from being exactly where we want to be on 4, but we're on to hole 7, par 396 feet. Going with the range, and we're trying to play this one for par. Just trying to not go left off the tee here. Well, we pulled it right. Sit down. All right, it's at, should be an easy par, might run it. We'll see once we get up there. All right, thankful to be here. One of the few times on this hole that I feel like I pulled it and didn't end up left down the hill. Although this footing is a little bit silly, but we're gonna try to run this. We're about probably just outside the circle, probably like 35. We're gonna run this, see if we can get it close. Oh, just right, decent bid, easy par, just how it is on the game plan. Tap it in, still even, not bad. Hole 8, par 3, 275, going standstill tempo, right up the middle, letting it fade into the basket. Oh, that's left, missed all the trees though. All right, decent shot here. Missed my line on a touch of hyzer and a little bit left, so we ended up pin high with about 30 feet left and a bush in the way. Had this one down as a par, so we're gonna try to give this a soft run, but we're really just trying to lay up. Wind is pushing right to left, so that's not helping either, but well, that's not close. Got a tester. Get in there. There we go, baby. All right, good news for me. Thought I was even, just counted up, actually one down. So a little bit better than I thought. Trying to play this one for par. Hole 9, 356 foot par 3. Going with the beast. Trying to keep it low and up the middle. Staying away from the river, and the rocks are left OB. So we're just trying to keep it safe. Pitch up, take an easy par. Ooh, that's low. Oh my God, it lifted. I hate this hole. I just can't do it. We're OB. All right, we went OB about here. Taking my meter in off the rocks. Gonna try to pitch up this one with the putter. Got a pretty strong tailwind, which is weird. It's usually a headwind off the river, but I'm gonna try to just get this one close and tap it in for the bogey. And that's ideal. Should be under the basket. Can't do much better than that. Even I can't miss this one. Easy bogey. 3 shots with OB. Through 9, and we're 2 holes away from being where we want to be. We want to be 3 down. Hole 4, I took a bogey when I was playing for birdie, so that's 2 strokes there. And then hole 9, had the OB stroke, took a bogey, I was playing for par. Not bad, even through the front 9. On to hole 10, playing the long tee to the short basket, 585 feet, par 4. Going with the wild honey, got a tailwind, so we're gonna be hanging this one straight out and letting it stable up and get back left. Oh, I threw it on hyzer. I don't know what happened, but the mic pooped out for this clip, so Gonna narrate this one from the booth. Bit off a lot of distance with the drive, so I'm just trying to pitch up an A3 flat pretty much at the Mando tree and let it crash back in. And got it just a touch too low. Didn't quite get the skip down the hill, but pretty decent shot. Should have a look at the basket. All right, didn't quite get the roll down we were looking for. Got about 20 probably here, maybe a touch further. It's downhill, so it's kind of hard to tell, but we are going to try to run this. We're playing this one for birdie. Wind is still pushing right to left here, so we're going to try to account for that. Let's go, baby. On the pole, are you kidding me? Let's go. Good bird. All right, hole 11, par 3, 257 feet, hazard all along the left side, OB to the right of the road, trying to go A3 over the road and let it fight in to the basket. We are playing this one for birdie, so we're trying to get this one close on the elevated basket. That looks pretty good. Oh my God, the wind drop is crazy. All right, probably not a birdie, but easy par. Even though we were playing this one for birdie and we do have a birdie look, we're just gonna lay this one up on the elevated basket, hazard right behind the basket, so it's not a safe run, and the game plan was to have a tap in, so we're just gonna lay up and tap in our par. Good enough. All right, on to hole 12 now, par 3, 312 feet, playing the long tee, playing it safe, going backhand with the T-bird. The wind gets real swirly up here, so we're just trying to hang it out wide, let it crash back in, and then pitch up and take an easy par. Oh, it's turning. What is that? Come back. All right, genuinely don't know what happened there. I've never turned that disc before. And I threw it a touch nose up, and I obviously didn't throw it that hard because I didn't even clear hazard. So don't really know what happened. Stalled out early, but still gonna try to pitch up for the bogey instead of the par. That should be decent. All right, tap in the bogey. Obviously not what we wanted, but that is good information because I feel like I threw that decently and I was trying to play it safe. So that means that disc selection was wrong. So next time I'm gonna change the game plan, stable up, probably to like a wraith, disc up, stable up, so we just make sure we get safe. All right, I believe we're back to even now, which is okay. Obviously not what we are shooting for, but still pretty good round. We're on to hole 13, par 3, 289 feet, going Nuke OS forehand to the left of this big tree, hazard all along the left side, so we're just making sure that we crash back in and have an easy pitch up and down for the par. Oh, that might be too far right. Dig. All right, that should have dug. Should be safe, should be an easy up and down. All right, I think this is a pretty good game plan because this is about as far right as we can go, and we're still a few feet from the OB. We do have a bit of a tricky up and down here with this tree in the way. I think we're gonna take the open space, try to go with a big putt, any putt around the left side. Man, it might be just too far. I'm actually gonna try to hit the gap here between the big two trees and let it crash in. Oh, okay. All right. Gonna make sure we make this one. Is a little bit of a headwind, so even though we're like just a few feet out, I'm gonna make sure that we make this one. That wind is so strong, I'm so scared. Get in there. Hole 14, playing the long tee, 339 foot par 3. OB road on the right, going Pathfinder, trying to throw it flat through the middle gap and have an easy up and down for par. Oh, we pulled it. Kicked safe. Got probably almost pin high. Hopefully we have an easy up and down. Didn't feel confident in that tee shot, so I probably should have stopped and reset, but we didn't, so here we are. Kicked left, didn't get completely punished, but we have a really tough up and down from here. Gonna go tempo, try to just hit the gap, and hopefully have some kind of putt for the par. Okay. Job one done. Think we slid OB, so that's pretty unfortunate. All right, didn't quite find OB, so got a little bit lucky there. Got about a 13 footer here. Try to tap this one in, save the par. Just yanked it. Damn. All right, got a bit of a comebacker here now, but we gotta make this one. That's obviously pretty disappointing. Pulled the tee shot, got up to a spot where it should be a tap in, and then 3-putt from there. Took a double, so we're 2 over now. On to hole 15, par 3, playing the short basket, 196 feet, going A1, hyzer, trying to park it, trying to get the birdie. That's so inside. Unfortunately for me, I forgot that I was a good putter on that last hole, but I remember now. So we're gonna go ahead and sink this one from about 35, standing in a bush with hazard behind the basket. Well, good line. Thought it was in, to be honest. Good putter taps this in, no problem. Good putter chains out left and taps in the bogey. Coming off back-to-back 3-putts, but we're on to hole 16 now, so that doesn't matter. 461 foot par 4, playing the long basket, hazard all along the right side, OB to the left side, going pyro off the tee, backhand, just trying to get safe. A little bit of headwind, so we might have to throw this a little harder than normal. That should check up nicely. We actually ended up on the island for the short hole, which is a touch shorter than we normally are, but that's okay. Still safe. It is OB the whole way and behind the basket, so we're trying to pin this and take a birdie, but if we miss, we want to miss a long so that we get all the distance. Going A3 forehand, trying to get it flat, let it fade in. Oh, let's go. I thought it was a touch long, but it stalled up just in time. Found safety. I know for a fact that a good putter capitalizes on this and makes a birdie. Got about 10 feet here. Gonna tap this one in and move on. I might be a good putter, who knows? It's hard to say. All right, good birdie there. Hole 17, par 3, 275 feet. Going fireball way out to the right, letting it crash back into the basket. Take an easy birdie. Oh, that's so far left again. That is almost the exact same throw I threw last time. Hopefully we can save a par from there. Last time I ended up inside a tree, so might be tough. All right, I found me. Not sure if I'm on camera, but if not, I'm a little bit to the right of your screen. Got about a 50-footer here for the birdie. Pretty wide open. Are you kidding me? That had to be going in. Hopefully you can see that I hit a smaller than a disc sized branch and just killed it, but easy tap in for the par. Won't complain too much. All right, hole 18, 376 foot par 4. Going flex forehand with the beast, trying to keep it flat. Hopefully get an eagle look if we can. Pretty short par 4, so I'm gonna go for it. Oh my god, that's so overturned. Stay safe somehow. Golly, that was horrible. I slipped. All right, really bad throw. Deserved to be hazard, but it is a little bit unfortunate that we fought through a bush to get here. Gonna try to pitch up an A1, see if we can get it close, save a par. Oh, okay, might be okay. Depends on the roll. Wow, tough one. Straight behind a tree. Gonna have to straddle out a little bit and then thread the needle here, but we're gonna give it a run. Shouldn't really find hazard if we're anywhere close, so should be pretty safe. Try to save a par here. What a putt. Let's go, baby. That's a good par save. Good putter makes that for sure, for sure. Decent round out here. 3-putt a couple times, messed up a couple holes, hole 4, hole 9, but other than that, really played pretty well. Finished 3 over, I believe. That is a PR out here, so not upset about that at all, but obviously would like to play a little bit better. Feel like I can, but we'll be back at it again next Wednesday. Thanks everybody for watching, and bop off.